All right. I don't know why I did that. We're live. Hold on. We're live. Welcome to the Bitchin' Dead. We're hosts Bekah, Farid, and Tara. We're a webcast from the minds of the geeky area, and we're here to bitch about stuff and things because somebody has to do it. If you've not seen episode 1 of Fear the Walking Dead season 6, The End is the Beginning, and The World Beyond season 1, episode 2, The Blaze of Gory, please turn back now. We're not responsible for any spoilers you hear. We did warn you.
Is it, okay, real quick, is it the Blaze of Gory or the Blaze of Glory?
Gory.
Okay,
also,
it is Gory.
We can't
okay.
see you, Tara.
Again?
Yeah.
No, like we can see you. All I can see is like your nose and your mouth.
Sorry, I was like, again, my camera's not working. I hit my computer.
Yeah. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember this is recorded live, so we aren't exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us for technical difficulties or accidental or intentional swears. You can join the conversation using the hashtag #TheBitchingDead.
All right.
Tara's up.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
my computer. Sorry, my computer is freezing. I think. We'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the geeky area or the webcast itself as a whole.
Okay, then news. So I ended up sending this piece to you guys as well. So Nico Tortorella ended up supporting Bottoms during an interview he did for Attitude magazine, the October issue. And of course, in true Nico Tortorella fashion, he ended up being called out. Now, what do you guys know about Nico?
They're non-binary.
That's it, Tara? Anything?
And
have you seen them in other shows?
No.
Yes, I have seen them in other shows.
Okay, so Nico is very vocal when it comes to the queer community. However, he's that type of vocal that kind of annoys certain other members. You know, the type of celebrity when they say something, the community is like, couldn't you just like shush? Why would you want to be so vocal? So in the Attitude magazine, Nico ended up saying that as far as his opinion goes, there's nothing more masculine than bottoming. And people were like, we can kind of understand where you're going, what you're going for, but things don't necessarily have to be made masculine for them to be okay. Like, something doesn't need to be masculine.
I think that what they were trying to say is that they're trying to break down the stereotypical toxic masculinity behaviors of being the ultra macho. You know, like a lot of AMAB or, you know, any kind of like, you know, men, cis men or trans masc people, a lot of them have this idea of what masculinity is. So I applaud them for them being Nico, for kind of trying to break down that barrier, because they're right. There is, you know, like bottoming can be masc or it could be femme. It can be non-binary. It's a spectrum. It doesn't. Anyway, sorry. I see what they were trying to do, but.
Yeah, but they got called out. They were like, I mean, even a DC comic book writer, he's a queer comic book writer by the name of Steve Orlando. He even called Nico out, and he said, like, the example was that if you want to wear lipstick, it's okay for you to wear lipstick. It doesn't have to be shoved into the masculine box in order for it to be okay. So people were like, you can do something because you like doing it. You don't have to shove everything inside the masculine box for it to be okay for other men to do. Basically, they're saying that there's no need to destroy these stigmas and shove them in the masculine box in order for them to be considered okay for other masculine people.
I'm looking at his quote that they said, and it's there's more of it, and I don't know if we can read it online.
Yeah, people can Google it.
Definitely look it up and see what they said about bottoming. And yeah.
I mean, it's Nico. I still remember that they were on Celebrity Drag Race, and they ended up having to do an entire interview, an entire like written message, because they were very vocal during the episode. However, people felt that their message wasn't coming across well. So he's kind of like Nico is kind of messy when it comes to such stuff. So yeah, let's see. Also, if you follow Nico on their Instagram, they're quite proud of their work on the show, and I'm like, good for you, Nico. But yeah, because the ratings aren't great, so I'm not really even sure if this show might even survive coming back for a second season.
I mean, they have so much money, like AMC and The Walking Dead have so much money that I think since they said they were doing 2 seasons, they'll probably just finish the 2 seasons, because I imagine they aren't paying these actors all that much money. You know, like a lot of them are like kind of new to this and stuff.
They probably ended up signing contracts in which they won't be getting pay raises for future seasons. Allegedly.
After what happened with some of the actors on The Walking Dead, that would not surprise me.
But yeah, coming to the ratings, The Walking Dead season 10 finale, which was episode number 16, which was a finale but not really a finale, it ended up getting the lowest ratings for the entire season. 2.73 million people tuned in, compared to episode 15, because episode 15 got around 3.50 million. So like what, 50 to 60,000 people decided not to tune in for the so-called finale.
I wonder why.
But yeah, also for the World Beyond premiere, it ended up getting only 1.60 million live viewers, which means that the people who watched the Walking Dead finale, around half of them decided not to check out World Beyond. They were like, no, we are done. We aren't checking this new show. So that's the premiere rating, 1.6 million. So it will be very interesting to see how this holds up coming into episode 2 and moving forward, because, you know, ratings usually like decrease, they fall as the season moves on with each episode weekly. So let's see what happens. Because I think these ratings are more or less similar to Fear the Walking Dead ratings, because Fear the Walking Dead is performing a bit better than World Beyond, and it's on its 6th season.
I think people are just tired.
Yeah.
I think that they've invested they don't have time to be invested in new characters, and I think that's part of the problem with them not. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
But older characters are running out of story, right?
Well, I mean, so like for me, I'm kind of invested in some of the characters in Fear the Walking Dead, but I don't have time. But I've been burned by AMC so many times over the various years that like it's hard to be excited about a new series, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. And already part of the problem with The Walking Dead has been how they have handled like teenagers and kids. Like we meme about it all the time, you know. Like what is it with these freaking kids? Like we're always memeing about it. And so I think that, and I know that's a sentiment shared by a lot of other people, how many people hated Carl, how many people hated Lydia, how many people hated Henry, and, all these, Sophia, nobody really hated Sophia, but, anyway, I digress. But so I think that that's part of the problem, is that they took all these characters of this age group that nobody gives a shit about and actively dislikes, and then made a Walking Dead show about them, and they're in true fashion. All of these kids behave the exact same way that all the other kids do on Walking Dead. They're either too sure of themselves, they're assholes, they're crazy, they're tortured and want to prove themselves. You know, like it's like 4 categories and it's just over and over and over again. And I don't want to watch a show about that. You know, that's how I feel. So
yeah.
Coming to the episode reviews, then, I mean, Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 1, I have to say that I ended up enjoying what they did to Morgan. I wasn't expecting it, but I enjoyed it. Giving him, what was it?
Oh, are we moving into the beginning now? Okay.
I mean, we don't have any more news.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't. My brain is. I was like trying to share the stream and thinking about other things. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, I like what they did with Morgan, making him infecting him, and then the walkers thinking that he's already dead, and they're not really killing him, and basically making him the Walking Dead. So I like that. I was expecting that. I liked it. Then I also liked the water tower room. I wanted to be in it.
It was really satisfying, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's a circle.
Maybe.
And the mattresses, like all around the walls, made it seem very like
cozy.
Yeah.
Clubhouse, like hang in there with your friends. I wanted to be in there.
Yeah, Morgan Jones's clubhouse instead of Mickey Mouse clubhouse. It's Morgan.
I wanted to be in there more than I wanted to be in the clubhouse in the next one. So.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
But
also,
let's not get away from ourselves.
Also, Isaac is such a bad liar. I was laughing when he was trying to lie to Emil. He's such a bad liar, which makes no sense because he was also lying to Morgan, and Morgan believed him. So I was like, what's happening here? Yeah.
I didn't really know what to make of Isaac. I was kind of like, oh, here's another dumb man. A dumb man.
Okay. And my last favorite moment was when Morgan went all Taylor Swift and said, "I'm sorry, the old Morgan can't come to the phone right now." Why? Oh, because she's dead.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look what you made me do.
Yeah. I laughed so hard. I was like, "Oh, she's dead."
I just I don't know. So are we supposed to? So when Morgan when he made noise and stuff, like the walkers would suddenly realize he was there. So are we supposed to believe that a certain level of rotting in the human body, like the gangrene that he had, just makes them ignore people?
The smell. It was the smell of rotting and dead flesh. And the necrosis, the cells dying, the necrosis. The walkers, when they came near him, they smelled him as a dead body. But when he was making noise, they were like, "Oh, he's still alive. We can."
Yeah, I feel like and I hate to use the word science in conjunction with this show, but I feel like the science behind that is nonsensical. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it made no sense. But I liked it. It was something different.
That's true. I don't think they've done quite that. Honestly, it's better than just another episode where people cover themselves in guts.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that Morgan was immune or something. That's what I was really hoping for. But no. At first I liked Morgan. I didn't like Morgan. Then I liked Morgan. Then I didn't like Morgan, and then I hated Morgan. And now this new Morgan, I can kind of get behind it. I can. It was kind of cliche and silly, but I actually found myself enjoying this episode. I think because it focused on the minimal amount of characters. Because I really enjoyed Still, which was the only other episode in The Walking Dead that only focuses on 2 characters the whole time, and it's Beth and Daryl. Because my little goblin brain can only focus on so much at once. So, I
mean, that's the problem with The Walking Dead. They need to start killing off people.
Yeah.
The main series has a whole lot of survivors for you to focus on. But yeah, they need to start killing off people. Maybe that's why the new spin-off is just going to be Carol and who was it?
Daryl. Carol and who was it? Carol and what?
Yeah.
Carol and Dog.
Carol and Dog. Yeah.
Now I would watch the shit out of that, honestly. Like the wild. It's a Call the Wild type shit.
Call the Wild with Carol and Dog.
Dog. Yeah.
Carol
or
and
even Daryl and Dog. Either one. If it was just one of them and a dog.
I guess because it was easier for me to because there were so few characters for me to care about, it was easier for me to focus on this episode.
Yeah.
What is it? They said it was going to be like little mini movies. That's kind of how. I feel like that's how every episode should go. It should have a climax and then it should have an end. And that's how it should be for every single episode of these shows, but it's not.
That would require creative writing. That would require better writing for every episode to have these stages.
Yeah. And so I think they did a good job with this, to be honest. I think it had a good amount of action. It didn't linger too much on Rachel sobbing over her dead husband. It didn't, they didn't really visit that. She just was like, oh, I'm awake and I have a baby. By the way, my Walker husband, operated on you, removed the bullet, and then he conveniently died. And then he buried himself with rocks.
Rachel was like, I don't have screen time. We are running out of episode time. I need to go through my emotions quickly.
Yeah.
I'm not a special character. I'm just a plot piece.
And I loved Emil. I loved him. That and Morgan, when Morgan picks up that battle axe, I was like, yes, motherfucker, yes. Oh my gosh. And then he cut his head up. That was super satisfying to me because Morgan's always been kind of like, no, I don't want to kill anybody. But he took this.
Not always.
No, but for a while, that's what I mean. For a while he was. And I was kind of like, this is dumb. He's dumb. Whenever he picked up that battle axe and cut that motherfucker's head off, I was like, yes!
I didn't much mind Morgan's ideals when they weren't affecting the groups as a whole, or when he wasn't turning Carol into a giant mess. I didn't mind it. When he was on his own, just doing his own thing, it was like, okay, whatever. And if he had just kind of kept his dumb, kind of problem-causing beliefs to himself when he had joined the group, then again, it would have been okay, fine, you're kind of a pain in the ass and you're causing some issues here and there, but at least you're not infecting the group with your dumb stupidness, because you can't just not kill anybody in this world.
That's what
there's some real real world political shit that I could put on that whole the one person with the dumb ideas infecting the whole group. I'll just keep my mouth shut there.
Yeah.
I'll just stop when I'm ahead.
But yes, so I loved it whenever he separated us.
Also, it takes it requires a whole lot of strength to move an axe around like that, chopping people's head off with just one swipe. So where's all that strength coming from?
What was that guy's name? The bounty hunter's name? Emil.
Yeah.
What happened to his dog?
Fred went with Morgan, I think, or stayed with Rachel. I don't know.
Stayed with Rachel because that dog was useless. That hound was useless.
Look. Okay, look. All right, so it's a bloodhound, right? It's not bred to fight. If it was maybe a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd, yes, that makes sense. But it's a bloodhound. It's supposed to track. So the fact, it wouldn't fight anyway.
Can't it bite someone if its owner's under attack?
It depends on what kind of dog it is.
I mean, it's a useless dog.
No, not necessarily. You don't trust a toy poodle to attack somebody.
And it ended up licking Morgan.
That was
even
weird.
Though Morgan killed his owner. I was like, what?
Yeah, whenever the dog licks the man's decapitated head, his mouth after he'd been eating, I was like, oh, it's kind of weird.
Well, we also don't know where this guy got this dog or how long he's had him or anything.
Fred. Dog's name is Fred.
Right, but like again, we don't know where this guy got this dog or how long he's had him. I don't think he was mistreating him, but like, you know, I don't know, like some dogs, as much as they are working dogs, like working breed dogs, like that doesn't necessarily mean like, as somebody who works with a rescue that works with working dogs, sometimes a dog is bred to be a working dog and they might have the skills to do it, but that doesn't mean they want to do it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like so the dog saw an opportunity. The dog was like, "Yeah, kill my owner. I don't like him."
I mean, I wouldn't like him either. Like, I mean, the guy might feed him, but like, if there's no affection there, like,
yeah, the dog was like, "I quit. Kill him. I'm done." Yeah. Also, the least favorite coming to least favorite moments. I was like, yeah, of course they have to take the long way back to Isaac's wife. Because conveniently a tree fell on the road. I was like, okay.
I don't remember hearing about that. I just remember them talking, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, we're at the." I don't
Yeah, they were in the car. The car was on the road. A tree fell. It was already the tree had already fallen on the road. They stopped the car, and then they had to walk all the way. I was like, yeah.
Oh, I missed that somehow, even though I was watching this episode. I
mean, that was my least favorite moment. And yeah, Bekah's, I agree with Bekah's least favorite moment too.
I hate Jenny. She's not interesting. Her accent is fucking awful. She's not interesting. She's boring. She's like, I don't care for her. And so anytime that she was there, I was just like, oh, fuck, here we go again. Like, yes, they're reminding us that a sassy redheaded woman in cowboy boots is running things. I just, boo.
You know, it's kind of funny because I'm watching I've been watching The Boys. So in The Boys, that actress plays this sort of inept, like anxious, useless person. And
she's a publicist.
Yeah, she's a publicist, but she's inept and useless and bad at her job and bad at like life and anxious and weird and like so it's like I'm like watching her and this is like I don't believe who she is for a second. Like like every time she's on screen, I'm just like, so like, okay, cool. This is like she's just another Negan. Like They couldn't come up with their own bad guys, so they just put Negan. They put Negan's brain minus maybe some of the things about him. I'm not going to mention them, but minus some of the things about him, like specifically the baseball bat, sure, but there's other things. But like they put his like character into a redheaded chick and cowboy back is that a redheaded chick in cowboy boots with a bad accent, and we're just supposed to be like, oh, he's a bad guy, okay.
She's not sinister. She's just she's that little sister that's really fucking annoying. You know, like she's not like scary or bad. She
is. I mean, we're supposed to believe scary. She is, but yeah, like, and it's not even that she's not scary. Mean. She's just a boring. She's just a fucking carbon copy of the villains we've already seen.
Yeah, I don't like her. She bores me. You know what
I just don't believe. I don't believe that anybody who is being chased by her is actually in danger.
Yeah.
Same. Like, Morgan was hiding in that limousine, and they like shot the walker right there, and they didn't check the limousine. They didn't check the obvious place where a person could be hiding along their route as they're looking for him. And listen, plot holes, I get it. But come on.
But yeah,
I don't have anything to add.
The whole episode could have been over right then.
Yeah, it was
goodbye forever, Morgan, and let's move on to better characters and John Dory.
Yeah.
John Dory, yeah.
Next episode, I don't think we actually even. I think next episode is Alicia. I think.
It's somebody better than Morgan.
Well, they've been spread out.
I think they didn't show the preview for the next episode. They showed what to expect from the rest of the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there were like different scenes. It was in the preview of the second episode. But yeah, John Dory needs to come back. He needs to come back. Also, his wife is also pregnant. Why are these women having babies when they aren't in a safe community?
Whose wife is pregnant?
John Dory's.
No, she's not.
She is.
No.
I think she is.
Wait, who?
Jenna Elfman.
Yeah, no, I know that, but like she's June. She's not pregnant. The other one is.
Who?
Morgan's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Morgan's girlfriend is pregnant.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. Because remember how sick she was, and they thought it was radiation poisoning, but she was just pregnant. She just came down with a minor case of the babies. I mean, I don't know. June could be pregnant, but I don't think.
I honestly don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about June. I was like, wait, why?
No, because remember they led her. I forgot what her name is. Victoria? Vivian? I don't know.
No, it's not Vivian.
I don't know what it is. Anyway, but they led her away with the doctor, and then they were like, she's not sick, she's pregnant. And then and Morgan was like, what? Because then you see him looking at the baby thing later.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he was looking at. Yeah. Okay. She's pregnant. Not June. Okay. So June can die. Okay.
No.
John Dory needs to be single.
No, John Dory needs to be happy. How dare you? First you say this about Jerry last week, and now you're saying this about John Dory's happiness? Farid, you are a monster.
Strand can make him happy.
Jesus
I'm just saying. Strand can make John Dory happy. I'm just saying.
Fear the Walking Dead fantasies. It sounds like over here.
Fear the Walking Dead, untold stories. Yeah, it can happen. It might have happened. They spent a whole lot of time together on that little island when they were trying to protect themselves from the crocodile. Remember that?
Oh my God, that
happened.
Oh yeah, the bloodthirsty
I never did we discuss, and I'm sure we did we discuss how an alligator or crocodile, whichever that was, would have gotten there? Because I feel like there aren't alligators or crocodiles in like Texas or whatever.
I think there are. I'm looking.
Maybe it was someone's pet.
Well, we don't even know where it was though. I don't know if they were in Texas yet at that point.
Yes, Texas. Yes, alligators are found in 10 different states and in Texas, and they're found in 100.
They're found in 10 different states and also in Texas.
No, yeah, and they're also found in 120 out of 254 counties in Texas.
But we don't know that they were in Texas at that point. I didn't think. How long have they been in Texas? Like, I know it's a big state.
Are they still in Texas? Are they back to Texas?
That's where they are now, because they were talking about Galveston.
Oh my God.
That's why I'm saying I don't think at that point they were in Texas yet. I think they were in like, I don't know, they came from California, so maybe they were in like.
Well, they were, because they went to like Alabama. They were in like Alabama, Arkansas. Okay.
No, those are east of Texas. Did they go east and then go back west?
Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure
that's
wrong with Alabama.
People? Hold on. Where have they gone in Fear the Walking Dead?
I'm looking it up too.
What the fuck? Like, I don't even know what to Google for this.
Places visited.
Maybe that's. Here's the Fear the Walking Dead timeline. I don't know if this is going to help though, because is it going to tell me where they were at those times? Oh my God, this is too much. We'll have to deal with this later.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, John Dory needs to come back. he needs to be in episode 2, but let's see what happens. Coming to gripes and WTF moments, I mean, how the heck was Isaac able to take Morgan all the way from the road to the water tower and then place Morgan inside the water tower? How?
And how did he know where the water? I guess because he'd been watching him.
No, he said that Morgan had the coordinates inside his bag. He was writing the numbers out during the beginning of the episode.
Okay, I wasn't sure what he was doing. I thought he was making bags for other people, but
yeah, he was like writing the coordinates on it. But how was Isaac able to lift him all the way up to the water tower? How's that even possible?
I listen. Nothing about this episode seemed possible. That's all I've got.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, Bekah, you just wrote plot holes. You just wrote.
Yeah, I did just write.
So basically, all of our gripes are the same because
yeah,
it's like plot holes. How?
It was just kind of like, yeah. And then how did they track Morgan without having his scent? And like,
Also, wouldn't his scent be messed up because he's dying and zombies even can't recognize him? Like, how are you still keeping track of him?
Also, I'm pretty sure that the
necrosis.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure that would have taken him out within a week or two. Like, but he decided it's been 5 or 6 weeks.
Apparently, some mysterious person treated him.
Yeah, but
we don't know who that person is.
But he refused to let him take the bullet out, and I was like, "You big dumb motherfucker."
Also, I guess this episode was trying to show that the video messages they made in the previous season, it ended up making other people feel motivated to help them, because Isaac already knew about Morgan. He also knew about the other people that he was with. This mysterious doctor ended up helping Morgan, and
we know that he found out about Morgan because he found the tapes at one of the truck stops.
And he was also working for Virginia.
Yeah. And he used to work for Virginia as a I don't know,
or something.
Tracker, lasso, and no, he named it. What was it called? Like a scout, I think he said, maybe. Anyway, sorry I have to lay down. It was super unprofessional, but my back is really hurting.
But I guess Isaac was supposed to be used by the writers to show that there's probably some sort of rebellion going on in Virginia's community, that other people might run away as well. So, yeah, because he ran away with his pregnant wife, so other people might be thinking the same thing.
And he did say there were other people.
Yeah. Also, when I saw the dam, I was like, no, we've already been through this. Remember the dam exploding and Daniel surviving?
Oh my gosh!
Because Daniel can't die for some reason.
He's one of those people where I don't really remember what happened to him last season, like at the end of last season. But it's like I just keep assuming that he's going to pop up again.
He's the cat. Remember, he went off and they threw the cat in the back.
Of course, I mean I know he has a cat. That's
the cat is getting an episode. Remember that spin-off that they're doing of different characters? The cat is supposed to be getting an episode. And according to Scott Gimple, the episodes are going to be different genres. They might end up doing a musical. They might end up doing a horror. They might end up doing a thriller. And I was like, weren't we just talking about a musical in the previous webcast?
I mean...
I know you're just kidding.
No, it's true. It's
not true. It is not true.
It's true. They announced it during New York Comic Con. They were like, "We'll do a musical episode."
I feel like I don't know if I should be like right here. I am wondering like, there's no way I'm that gullible for Reed But also there's a part of me that's like, oh God, they're going to do it, aren't they?
They're going to do a musical episode. They're going to do a skid mark episode. They're going to do maybe an animated episode.
Oh no, Farid, this was in 2019.
No.
It was 2019. It says it right here. It says New York Comic Con 2019. It says the chief content officer for the Walking Dead universe, Scott Gimple, has revealed the production team is in fact trying to work on a musical episode.
Go to news, Google News, and write skid mark prequel.
Oh my gosh, Farid.
I keep forgetting the cat's name is Skidmark and be like, Farid, why are you talking about gross underwear?
You said a Skidmark prequel?
Or a Skidmark episode.
Okay,
or just write skid. Yeah.
I'm looking.
Skidmark episode, New York Comic Con. Yeah, it's on Screen Rant.
New York Comic. Hold on. Okay, Skidmark musical.
Yeah, the article title is "Tales of the Walking Dead might have a Skidmark the cat-centered episode."
Hold on, I found it.
You found it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading. Hold on, I'm about to read it now because I will throw myself off of a building. Feature an episode centered on Skidmark the cat. What? No.
They're going to try and do everything in this news.
No, oh my gosh. Why would you not tell us about this?
He probably did, and we don't remember, honestly.
It also will contain animated episodes.
Yeah.
Milo and Otis style conversations for a while. We've had serious conversations about a deeper dive into Skidmark. I can't believe you're making me read this with my own eyes. Gimple had revealed earlier that Tales of the Walking Dead would also feature musical and animated episodes. I'm going to kill myself right now. I'm not actually going to, just so we're clear.
I mean, if the musical is just, it's between Strand and Dory, I'll take it.
I think that, and Fear the Walking Dead season 5, they did get separated.
Yes, they did, but I looked it up. It was Morgan that ended up in Mississippi. Dory and Strand, I think, were still in Texas. They've just all been in Texas all this time, like since they got.
They were in Mississippi.
Morgan and Althea, whatever the effort name is, they were in Mississippi as they were trying to get to Alexandria. The rest of them, I'm pretty sure, were just still in Texas.
Oh.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. The show is nonsense now. Like at some point it was good. At some point it was better than The Walking Dead was at that point. And it's like, now I just give up. Like, I feel like these shows, they hit their 5th season or whatever, and it's just.
Yeah.
You're getting a cat. That's the big news. Because everyone loves that cat.
I thought you were kidding. Like, I genuinely thought you were pulling my leg. You have said some weird stuff before, Farid, and I've been like, no way. This is true.
I would like it to be a full episode that's like either narrated like the OG Incredible Journey from like the 60s, or with the voice of the guy that's like he talks like it's an actual, oh my god, like a show about live like wild animals. So,
like a Stephen Fry.
Okay.
Or I want it to be like the 90s Incredible Journey, in which the cat has this super like snarky, sarcastic like inner commentary about everybody that he comes in contact with, but is super in love with Daniel for some reason. So that's what I want to watch. As for my gripes and what the fuck moments for this episode, I don't know, whatever, man. It was boring. I literally kept having to rewind it because I like lost track of what was happening because I just didn't care. Like the whole thing when they were killing the walkers outside of that building or that fence or whatever it was, like I was like, why are they here again? And then I realized it was because it was like a town that had been underwater at some point or something, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think they talked about that earlier, but like honestly, I just
Wait, a town that had been underwater? You mean they were looking for the fishing cabin?
yeah,
yeah,
the dam.
that's where his
Yeah.
wife was.
Okay, you said underwater, so I wasn't sure.
It had been.
Oh, okay.
Had been underwater. And also, it's also very convenient that when the plot requires that two people, one close to dying, can get rid of like what, more than 30 walkers easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and swing a battle axe with enough force to cut somebody's head off. Like, I just executioners, like rich people would pay the executioners extra to sharpen their axes and swing harder, so that you could usually cut the head off in one go. Anyway, usually.
The key.
The key.
The key.
Yes.
The key. The key.
A key. Spanish for anyway. Here. Yes. So the key. What is the key? What do we think the key is?
it's got to be for that submarine. Like it's got to be, right? Like there's. It could be for something. It could be for something we have not seen or don't know about yet, too. I'm sure, but like, then why show us the submarine at all? Like, were we supposed to remember who those guys at the end? Were we supposed to remember them? Because if we did, I didn't.
I think they're new.
Okay.
New characters.
Okay, yeah. Then absolutely, it's for the stupid submarine or something in the submarine. You know.
Yeah, it's probably something in the submarine.
My theory is that those men sent Emil after this guy because the guy had the key for the submarine. Honestly, I thought it was a missile at first. Well, I thought it was like a cruise ship, and then I thought it was a missile, and I was like, oh, that's a sub. So then Emil took the key, and then Morgan killed Emil and took the key. So we'll probably run into them. Maybe they have a colony inside the submarine. I don't know.
I'm sure it's just that, like weapons and supplies and stuff, but also if depending on who's been able to get inside there or not, like who knows what the fuck is inside there in terms of, because there had to have been people in there at some point.
Yeah.
And also, that's why when Galveston is like on the shore, it's like a cruise ship port type of area. So, but I don't know. I didn't realize there were submarines just like haunting the Caribbean. Okay.
Also, what was the one of the guys saying that they needed more of them? More of what? More of the keys? He said something during the final minute of the episode.
I didn't really get what they were talking about. I don't think we're supposed to be honest, like, which is dumb.
Because that's how normal people talk.
Yeah.
Normal people talk in such a secretive manner.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. If you were walking in on that conversation, sure, that's how they would be talking. But because we're not walking in on a random conversation between real people, this is a television show where we're supposed to be either shown or told, preferably, show, don't tell, but shown or told what the fuck is going on. Like, but that's just how this show lazily does, like, cliffhangers, And how all of these Walking Dead shows lazily do cliffhangers.
Episode 2. Or do you have any theory, Bekah?
Fred is the new dog, but y'all debunked that because he stayed with Rachel. All right, so episode 2, Blaze of Gory of The Walking Dead, The World Beyond. My comprehension why they did this this show. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I watched it this afternoon and I kept having to like rewind a little bit because I kept like losing. I was like watching it while I was working, which like normally I can listen to something and just like it will absolutely process. But this show I was like, wait, what the heck? What is going on?
Did you guys are you guys visiting the Skybound YouTube channel? Because Skybound is one of the producers of the show, right? So Skybound, in order to hype up the world beyond, they are actually putting up compilations of different reaction videos that reviewers do in one video. And people people are just going crazy over these episodes, and I'm like,
well, where are they getting those videos from? You know what I mean? Well, right, but like,
we have a show on YouTube where we react.
Searching for, because like, yes, of course, they might see like people being like, what the hell? What is going on? But they're not going to put that in their compilation video, you know? Like, they want people to think that this shit is good.
It's just a 30-second clip of us screaming. Like, that's what it would be.
No context, so it could be good screaming.
Yeah, as long as we're just like throwing up a middle finger and it says F the world beyond. No.
Like, honestly, is this the worst thing I have ever watched? No, it's not. It's not. But
I mean,
like,
I watched Lost.
It's okay, you shut your face. Like, honestly, Lost.
I liked
good.
Lost.
Lost was good for a long time. I mean, it had that one like season or partial season with the writer's strike that was just really bad, but like there was a lot of good to Lost.
No, I know.
They just didn't know what they were doing with it or whatever. Anyway, so like, no, this show, apparently they know what they're doing and where they're going and everything, and it's just like, I don't care. I don't care about any of these people. I just like I didn't even write like favorite moments, least favorite moments ever, because it doesn't in the document for myself, because it doesn't even matter. Like, I think my favorite moment was like when they tried to drop the bowling ball on the walker. I'm sorry, the empty, and it hit it, but like didn't hit it fucking straight on. So it's like I was like, please tell me they're gonna miss. And like, they didn't miss, but it didn't like kill it. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's my favorite moment right there.
Probably whenever
that's
she lit
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Whenever she lit the Cabbage Patch doll on fire and threw it out of the treehouse, that was, you know, the poor man's Molotov cocktails, the Cabbage Patch doll on fire.
And then she was coming down and she tripped. She fell.
Oh my God, yeah. What? And she looked around like, oh, did the walkers see me? I'm so embarrassed.
Like, I mean, the thing is, like, I get that they are young and that they've been raised in a safe environment, but they've also been trained. And I feel like, okay, so first of all, it's stupid to train them the way they were apparently trained, but then never actually bring them outside to face these things. But also, like, on one hand, we're supposed to believe that these girls are super smart and like this one's a leader. She's like presidential and like, you know, she cares about people, and like this one is like a badass and she makes alcohol and she's super, but it's like, then they're out there and it's like, everybody is so stupid. And the big kid, everything about him is annoying the shit out of me, because like they were like, he's a murderer in the first episode, but now like he first of all, he didn't look or act like a murderer then. He doesn't look like or acted like a murderer since. And so now we're supposed to be like, oh, but he won't kill a walker, but he's a murderer. Like, this is so dumb.
When we all know that Hope's the real murderer. She's the real murderer in the grove.
But her and what's his name? Eli?
Elton.
Elton. Okay, I knew it started with an E. Elton. Her and Elton are like, they had their bonding moment, which was like, oh my God. So like last episode we found out that she killed his mom, obviously. This episode they're bonding. Like, it would have to be those two that are bonding, of course. It's all just it's so forced, and I hate it, y'all.
Also, coming back to the bowling ball scene, before she threw it, she ended up kissing it, and I was like,
Farid, germs.
Why would you do that? She kissed it. I was like, no.
Well,
to be fair,
it was somebody's personal bowling ball, right? Like that wasn't like a bowling. That was not an alley bowling ball. You know what I mean?
She was rolling it on the road before.
Well,
yummy.
There's no germs on the road anymore, Farid.
Germs? What's that?
But yeah, favorite moments. My favorite moment, if I had to choose, was I liked that they were getting trained, but then again, it was very textbook training. I mean, it's useless if you aren't really helping them kill actual walkers. And Yeah, also, I wasn't expecting The Walking Dead to lean this hard into a queer narrative. Like, there was a whole lot of queer storyline in this episode. I wasn't expecting it to happen, but it did. So, yeah, The Walking Dead, World Beyond the Straits, the queer version.
The word beyond the straits. The only, I mean, Elton in his little teddy bear suit. And that shirt that he wears underneath the teddy bear suit is so small. Like, it's tiny. I was like, my guy, it is cutting off the circulation to your arms. But
I didn't even notice that.
I did. It was really
Bekah.
weird. What?
Bekah, what are you noticing?
Because
How old is
okay,
this actor?
he's 17. So no, it's not like that. I just was noticing because like I noticed like costumes are the thing that I noticed first in movies, and so I've been paying particular attention to his costume because it's the flame retardant bite proof
costume. Yeah.
And so I was kind of shocked whenever he had his jacket off. I was like, it's definitely a child's outfit, which we talked about, but I just...
Oh, and also, speaking of Elton, are we now supposed to believe that he's not actually suffering from some sort of, like, terminal disease, but just is like, but we could be the last. We're the endlings. So this is why I'm acting like this. I'm not even sure which is better or worse, honestly. Like, the term...
I wanted to slap him so hard when he said endlings. I was
was that actually ever... hold on, I gotta Google it. Is endlings actually a thing? Like, I'm looking it up. Yeah. What are endlings without the? Oh yeah, that's true. An endling is the last known individual of a species or subspecies.
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't just some dumb Walking Dead thing that they made up. I'll give them that. Bravo!
I mean, also, I have been with smart people. I consider myself a smart person academically. No one talks like that. Why should we be on terra firma when we can be on Soko, whatever the heck he called that treehouse? No one talks like that.
No, nobody talks like that. But
yeah, even smart people.
He was super little when this all happened. So like if being smart is like his only like identifier in his life, like, because he's, I don't know, like, do I like it? No. Am I going to like it? No. But like, I think it could possibly be different because, like, let's be real, they haven't exactly all had the sort of socialization that we would have had in our lives. Like, and to be honest, like, I talked like an idiot when I was younger. Like, before honestly, when I was in high school, like when I was in middle school and high school, yeah, I did try to talk like that. I did try to sound super duper smart. Like, not that I wasn't, but like I tried to like press how intelligent I was because nobody was friends with me. Like I was a huge dork. I was a huge dork and I had very few friends my own age. So yeah, like trying to speak smart and even when it's obnoxious is kind of something that people, like young people, I think do when they don't have anything else to fall back on.
It's his.
Are we talking about least favorite episodes? Or least favorite moments? Okay.
Yeah. The entire thing.
Entirely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also though, like, I don't know. Iris is very Hermione-esque, and I hate it. The acting is just, I'll get to that.
She is, but also like she's not competent at all.
Yeah, she's not competent.
That's the point. If Hermione is annoying because of her knowledge, at least she can get stuff done.
Yes.
Iris is just, yeah.
And then we're supposed to believe that Hope is like the badass who can get stuff done. But she almost dies because she falls into like a pool with
both sisters fell for some reason. Iris fell during the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, are they trying to do, or is The Walking Dead trying to force some fucking symbolism shit on us again or something? Like, please, just stop, show. Just stop. Just do the dumb things you're going to do and stop trying to act like you're smarter than you are. Just like these kids.
She should have sprained her ankle when she fell, when Iris fell. She should have broken something, but it's a TV show. But yeah, also I have no idea how all these inexperienced kids ended up moving through a horde of walkers without cuffing.
Yeah.
How were they able to breathe and stay silent? How?
I don't know. I don't.
At least also at least in the preview of the next episode, they're wearing gas masks. So at least there's that. But I mean, also, I think this is the first time we have seen how easy it can be for someone to go through a horde just like that without any trouble, without anyone getting bit. You just run through it for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I can barely run when like the pollen is bad, okay? Like without like wheezing and stuff. Like whatever they were doing there was just.
I actually thought that they were going to use the school buses, that they were going to go in one school bus, come out from behind and enter another school bus in order to make their way through the horde, but that didn't happen. It was just poor writing. What about you, Bekah?
For least favorite moments, I just honestly, when she threw up on that walker, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that was the most unnecessary bullshit ass. I hate it. First, I hate throw up to begin with. I hate spit takes. I think they're stupid. I think that I could barely get through Stranger Things and that stuff with them after they were tripping, tripping balls. Sorry, I'm thinking about who do you work for? Scoots Ahoy. I couldn't. It was so gross. Like it's unnecessary. And then later they were like, they smelt it and they were like, whoever had chocolate for breakfast.
Like, how could you possibly smell that out of vomit and a walker?
Like, exactly. Or even tell that somebody vomited on the walker.
With chocolate chunks. Who knows?
Yeah, but like looking at a walker, how could you be like, how like
exactly
you like how you see the kids and they're running around and it's got like he has like a brown thing on his face. His mom's like, is that poop or chocolate? And like licks it. Like that's all I can imagine of this happening. And like,
oh my god, parents are so gross. Children are so gross.
I saw a pacifier fall on the ground. I saw the mom pick it up, put it in her mouth, and then put it in the baby's mouth. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh, parents and children are disgusting. Like they're disgusting. Children are disgusting on their own, but when you put parents in the mix.
Anyway,
it's totally fine that we open schools, by the way. That's fine.
Yeah, we open schools here.
Why didn't they kill the walker though? With the Triceratops horn? Why leave walkers just like that? Kill it. It's not moving.
And they did it twice in this episode. Twice.
Yeah.
3 times. No, 3 times because she still didn't kill it. She like got it in the pool and she's like, oh, thank you. And left it. Anyway, I mean, not that it can do much damage like in the pool, but like.
It was just. I mean, there were a lot of things I hate about this episode, but like I fixated on the vomit because I hate vomit so much. And it just like she walked up to it, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a badass," and all of a sudden she's like, bleh, and I was like,
"Oh." And then she was like, "Yeah, that's what you get," as if she wanted to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it reminds me of the Donald Glover thing. It's like, if somebody ever attacked me, I'm gonna shit on them. And Donald Glover was like, you can shit on command. Anyway, it was just just vomit on the walkers. Be like, bleh. It's just so.
I don't think I like got to say like an actual like true on like least favorite moment yet. Maybe I don't know. I had so many, so this might lead into other gripes and what the fucks, honestly. But like Listen, the fact that they play Monopoly was chill. Whatever. Like play you some Monopoly games. But the music that they use, like that weird, like that 50s, like I can't remember what song it was, but it's one of those common like 50s like swing sort of songs. It is like, no, like first of all, Monopoly is like that might have been when I don't even know when Monopoly started. I don't think it was the 50s. I think it was before that. But also like people still fucking play Monopoly, you assholes. Like that is still a super popular game. That's why there's 8 gazillion different versions of it. Like you can get Star Wars Monopoly, Harry Potter Monopoly, whatever. Like you can probably get Oh my God, can you get Walking Dead
Monopoly?
Monopoly?
Yeah, you can.
Monopoly can be traced back to 1903.
Thank you. Exactly. I knew it was. I was 99% sure it was pre Great Depression. It is. Wait a minute.
There is.
Yes, you can get the Walking Dead Monopoly.
Yeah, you can.
It is expensive though. $60 on Amazon. I mean, to be honest, I kind of want this, and then I kind of want to figure out a way to play it with you guys. Like,
I hate Monopoly. Please don't make me do this.
I don't love Monopoly. I don't really love Monopoly at all. But like, come on, it would be so fun.
Oh, if you say so.
We would make it fun. Anyway, so
drinking game.
It wasn't the fact that they played Monopoly. It was the fact that the show tried to make it seem like this was like a nostalgic thing to do. And it's you can literally play music from like when the pandemic or whatever happened. You don't need to play music from the 50s. Monopoly is not a 50s thing.
I forgot one other thing that I really, really, really hated. And there's no reason for them to put this in there. And there's no reason, like I hated them rolling the fucking bowling ball back and forth. Big Mo. I was like, what is wrong with you? You guys are stupid. You're not chilled. Like, you're not like 4-year-olds. This isn't marbles. Why are you rolling a fucking bowling ball? I don't understand it. Why were you doing that?
Also, what's up with Hope and wanting to keep circular objects close to her?
I don't know. I'm sure it's some daddy issue thing. I don't know.
Because she has that marble around her neck. Then she ended up liking the bowling ball. Like, what's happening, Hope? Talk to us. What's up with it? Yeah, it was bad. And that's what I was saying. That she had been rolling the bowling ball quite a lot, and then she ended up kissing it. And I was like, no. Also, coming to other gripes, the hive zombie.
Okay, so
first of all, bees would not do that.
Bees!
They wouldn't do it. Bees are super particular about where they make their hives. That would not happen. Maybe they were yellow jackets. Were they yellow jackets? Because yellow jackets do it in the ground, and like maybe they're just less particular. But like,
well, it was like papers. They were like wasps. But whenever they came out, they were bees.
Everything about that was just fucking dumb. But also, what are we talking about here? What show are we talking?
And also, it moved. And then the bees came out. Why would you make a hive on something that moves? Insects don't do that. But
also, how long had it been sitting there? You know, like, because like I was always under the impression that walkers just kind of roamed always. But then we saw in the first episode of the first season of The Walking Dead.
Eventually, they rot away so much that they can't move, or they can't walk. But that doesn't mean they're still like their mouths are still like.
Well, no, I know, but I'm just saying because he did stand up, didn't he? After the bees came out.
No, that was the other walker.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a spray paint walker.
It was just sitting on the bench. He was like this, and then it went like.
And open the bees. I have this thing about
Did the walker, I can't remember now, did the walker itself make a noise?
Yes.
Because okay, then yeah, I have nothing. I've got nothing.
It was so random.
It was very random, and it just bees. So for some reason, bees are really funny to me. Probably because I'm like a younger millennial. Well, not even younger. I'm like mid millennial. I don't know.
Yeah, you're mid
millennial. So like bees are just really funny to me, and bees will never not be funny to me. And it's because of all the memes I've seen. You know, Oprah, you get bees. So like when that walker opened his mouth and bees came out, I was just like, anyway, that's why I laughed, because bees.
Yeah, it was that. And also the migration pattern thing came back up again with the spray paint. I was like, why? Why are you making this a thing? Stop making this a thing. It's not a thing. That the zombie.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the zombie.
It's not. They okay, yeah, sure. They have a migration pattern. Their migration pattern is go toward the noise or the light or the right. Yeah, noise and light. That I guess maybe movement and smell are part of it too. But like, it seems to be noise and light are the two things that draw them. I don't know. Farid, one of the things you mentioned was the two secrets between Silas and Hope. And like, yeah, so he saw her getting off the bus and she asked him not to tell. And that I just like this, it's so dumb. It's like they're trying to force some sort of bond between them. But like, who the fuck cares that she took care of this walker? Who cares? Also, she didn't even really. She got it into the pool and then just flipped it off. She didn't kill it.
These kids haven't killed a secret yet, right? It's been 2 episodes and these kids haven't killed a single walker.
No! They're terrible. This is terrible. Everything about this is terrible. I hope all of those walkers somehow find a way out of wherever they are and follow them. I hope. It's, oh my God. It's like
y'all.
It's like tagging. You know what I mean? Like they're just never gonna forget their scent, and they're gonna track them to the end of their lives.
That would be amazing. If that's the final cliffhanger. If that's the final cliffhanger. That all of these walkers are just following them. Oh.
That would be really funny.
Especially all of the ones in the fucking burn area, like the smoking area. Like, so it's not just the 2 that they didn't kill. It's literally like all those. They're so fucked. I'm just like, kill them. Get rid of these useless children. Like, are we supposed to believe that they're like the people who are going to continue our species? Like,
they're not though. They're not going to continue our species. Remember, Elton said they're dying.
They're the endlings.
I
mean, of course, they aren't going to die. The human race isn't.
The whole human race is not going. Like, listen, like there would have to be like that's not going to happen. Like, they're still procreating for fuck's sake. Like,
yeah, but not enough. Not enough. There's more walkers than there are. Anyway,
are there still though? Because like walkers only happen when people like when either someone is bitten. Or when weren't we led to believe that you only become a walker if you were born before the like anybody born after like whatever day 0 was or whatever. I thought that
there was a thing, right?
Like, like in the comics maybe where like so newly born people, like people who are born after that aren't actually in whatever the infection point was, which we don't know necessarily, but they aren't infected. So unless they get bitten, they won't die and turn into walkers.
I didn't know that.
And also, like, listen, while we cannot procreate like rabbits, there are clearly enough people left in the world. I mean, there's all these effing communities that are just popping out left and right out of nowhere to just and to be fair, sure, like if there's people that don't want to have kids or that are gay and aren't going to, or like, but also you don't know, like somebody could be gay and also willing to be oh my God, the word
Donor.
A surrogate.
It's surrogate. Again, thank you, surrogate. It's like blanking on the. I was like, it starts with an S. So like, I could the human race completely die? Sure, it absolutely could. But honestly, like, I just don't.
I mean, handling a zombie apocalypse shouldn't be this hard, especially when these zombies are supposed to be dumb. Because haven't we seen that when zombies see bright light or fire, they keep on walking inside it? So why aren't these zombies walking into these burning rubber tires? Why are they just walking around the tires? Why aren't they walking into the tires? Why aren't they burning themselves up?
Because that doesn't help the plot, Farid.
It's the same zombies that mowed the lawn and cut their hair and plucked their eyebrows. You remember those zombies? The zombies that mowed the lawns? That was a big.
Honestly, if you strapped a walker to a lawnmower and it was a fenced-in area, they would eventually mow that whole area.
I love it. Honestly, like I feel like we're getting somewhere here now. Anyway, we should probably finish the world beyond. Other gripes and WTF moments.
We're already there. I've already said my piece.
The whole Farid, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't want Silas to be the type of guy who doesn't like killing walkers. I was like, Silas, don't be that person. I don't want that person in a group because he wasn't able to kill the walker. But yeah, I don't want that type.
Especially when we were told he was a murderer.
I didn't know that
he was a murderer.
Yeah, but she was
a murderer. And also coming back to Elton and Hope bonding, who wants to bet that when these two are kissing, that's when Elton's going to notice that she's wearing that marble that her mom had around her neck?
They better not kiss. Ew.
That's probably going to happen because she has that marble around her neck, and Elton is going to be like, yeah, my mom had this, and then...
Or he's going to like walk in on her showering or something.
Oh, no.
I can't imagine Elton kissing her. Like, I don't know why. Like, I know he's older, but he just feels like he's 12 to me.
Trelb. He's 12.
I was about to say Trelb. Sorry, that's a grossism.
Trelb. Scrumbles. I'm trying to see how old he is. I'm looking to see like how old he is.
I'm sure he's supposed to be like 15 or 16. He's supposed to be 17.
Oh, Elton, the corrector?
Yeah,
15.
the
actor.
15. He's 15.
Oh, yeah, the corrector is supposed to be.
And how old is Hope supposed to be?
I think they're supposed to be 16.
She's supposed to be the same as, I don't know. Iris looks like she's like 20, so.
Iris and Hope are both the same age.
Yeah, well, Iris looks like they both look like they're 20.
Both actresses are in their 20s.
Right.
That's why.
But like we've definitely seen, I mean, younger actors look like even younger than they are, but neither, like they both look like they're at least 19 or 20.
So
I think it doesn't help because they actually have an actual younger actor in there, Elton.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's because we actually have an actual younger person in the cast.
So Hope is supposed to be 16 to 17. Iris is supposed to be 16 to 17.
If you say so.
I mean,
Silas is 35.
How old? What?
To be honest, Silas looks super young too. Like just because he's big and tall does not mean he does not look like a child.
I'm looking to see how old Silas
is. But
is.
I would place him at 16, 17, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Silas Plaskett, he's supposed to be 17.
Okay.
Anyway.
He was a resident until he committed a violent offense, but we don't know what he did.
So he was always a resident and nobody really knew him, but then he committed a violent offense?
No, he was a resident of the city of Omaha until he was accused of committing a violent offense.
Prior
which resulted into him being transferred to the campus colony to serve as a janitor.
Oh, he was he was transferred.
So he was from a nearby surviving city, and rumors of his violent past soon followed. Some started calling him a monster. Others shunned him.
Yeah, because he totally seems like he's a monster. Like, listen, like they picked the worst like writing, I guess. I can't necessarily blame the actor or the way he looks, because he is a bigger guy, but like nothing about him really looks threatening. But saying that, like the writing or the directing around his character, nothing about this makes me feel like this person is dangerous.
Yeah. He's like 20. The actor's 21. Anyway, sorry.
There's so many things they could have done to make us believe that he actually had a dangerous past. But like, honestly, the first time I heard that, I like looked at this dude on screen and was like, so somebody attacked him and he killed them, or like there is some sort of story there where he absolutely was not doing anything wrong. Absolutely.
Self-defense. It's probably a self-defense thing that he ended up accidentally killing someone trying to protect himself. Who knows?
Or I mean, maybe he did go after somebody, but they fucking deserved it. Like, because they were hurting somebody else. Does he have a sister? You know, or a brother, a little brother? Like, we don't know. Like, nothing about this character makes me believe that he is actually violent. So bad job, show. Bad job.
I mean, it's so weird because I can see Elton being violent, but I can't see Silas being violent. I can see Elton going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Elton going crazy right this second, but or having had a crazy past. But yeah, like whatever. Anyway, theories.
Bekah, your final points.
The whole episode was a mess. I had issues breathing with the Saharan dust plume that came to the United States. So I could never imagine a car fire. Like I have a temper tantrum if the car in front of me is spewing too much smoke, like, and I can smell it through my car. Like I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So I get super. Also, I didn't really understand why they cast, because like Nico Tortatello looks the exact same way they did whenever 10 years ago. So I don't know why they cast a different actor to play Felix.
Because they wanted the younger character to be skinny, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. It was weird to look. I think they could have fixed that though with like baggy clothes. And like maybe some makeup that made him look like sallow or something like that. You know, there are makeup things you can do to make your face look slimmer.
I don't know how old Felix was supposed to have been in that flashback, because I felt that he was in high school.
That's what I would thought.
But then he was like, I pay the bills around here, and I was like, the fuck? What kind of high school student goes to school and pays the bills? I didn't understand that. And then he was like saying like, you need my money. And his dad was like, I don't need your money. And like, whenever the dad dropped the F word, the slur out of nowhere, I was like, don't care for this at all. It was very jarring, which I guess is supposed to be jarring.
And also the dad was like, I went through your emails.
Yeah. And he's like, and I printed these off. And I was like,
I thought he was going to say that I went through your Google image search history or something.
When were we supposed to? But that's the thing though. When are we supposed to believe this all started? Because like we know when. So The Walking Dead, the original Walking Dead, first aired in 2010.
Yes.
So, but that's the thing. Are we supposed to believe that it started in 2010? Because also, like, I thought it was supposed to be past 2010 because, like, I don't know, 2 years into The Walking Dead, they were driving brand new, like, 2014 Dodge Chargers around.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of the Hyundai Elantra. Do you remember the bad lip reading commercials?
Did you see his Felix's phone? What the fuck kind of phone was that? Like those are the types of phones nobody has seen since like the early to maybe mid 2000s. Like okay, I give him 2006 at best. Yeah, he was trying to call his parents, and it was this little like Nokia looking phone. Ain't nobody had that phone since like 2006.
He was poor, Sarah.
I
Give him that
was
money.
poor in 2006 too. I still had my like little LG brick with a full keyboard. Like
it was kind of like this phone. I still have this. I still use it.
oh no, Farid, no. That has a bigger screen than his does. His did. His was like his was like this weird thing between like old Nokia and like I don't even know.
Do you guys remember the NV? Do you guys remember the NV flip phones? And they were like,
yeah, that's what I had.
I love those things. I had the one in college.
The one that's the one with the little keyboard where you'd flip it up, right? Yeah. I had one, and the only color I could get was orange. So my ex called it the brick. It was like I just stupid brick red. Phone. But like,
so when did the zombie outbreak happen? 2009, 2008.
To be honest, I don't know.
Outbreak start in The Walking Dead. I'm looking. 2010.
Yeah, so it started when the show started, but they were still making Dodge Chargers for 4 years after that. It's fine. Everything is fine. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so the theories or something.
So Nico didn't end up killing his parents, or did he kill them?
Did Nico kill his parents? No, he didn't kill his parents. Felix, sorry.
I know, you guys keep referring to him by his real life name. Them. Sorry, them. Well, the character is a him, correct? The character is a him. Okay.
Him, yes.
Okay, thank you. So I didn't. I mean,
Nico is now a Walking Dead star. So
also, see, I remember when Nico was being used as a face claim in my Zanga role-playing group. So like that's how I know them. But back to
they Felix did not kill his parents. He was trying to help them. They wouldn't let him in the house, and I think he just left. Like we didn't really actually see what happened after that, but I would honestly guess he just left.
But then he went back later.
And he still didn't kill them?
Yeah, and he told Hope. Or what's her name? Huck. God, I hate her. Huck. They went Huck. He went into Huck.
Like,
the reason she got that nickname is a long story. Do you think it might have something to do with Huckleberry Finn? Because who the fuck else is named Huck in this world?
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's like, Felix, you need to be careful unless you want one of these. And she pointed to her scar, and I was like, ooh, mysterious scar. I don't care.
She was out in the wilderness for 2 years, and she still doesn't talk about it.
Does anybody care about scars in this fucking, like, honestly, oh my God, like, who the fuck cares about scars anymore? How do you all have perfectly plucked eyebrows? How are you all still wearing makeup?
Yeah, I don't
care. Zits or like zit scars or like, I don't know, imperfect skin ever.
Yeah.
So many questions. The salon zombies are really doing their jobs.
I just have with their tweezers.
It's just oh my God,
Zombieland thing.
It is though. It is.
Like or is it Zombieland? What's the? No. It's the other one. It's the one with Nick Holt, right?
Oh my God!
Can't they like train zombies to do things?
Yes. Warm bodies. I think I'm going to watch that tonight because I misplaced my DVD, but I love.
Like you just need something to watch that's going to get the Walking Dead zombie taste.
Yeah, their teeth are perfect.
Along with chocolate.
Anyway,
okay,
it was bleh. That's how I feel about this.
I have nothing. I have nothing. I have no theories. I
don't care enough about the show to have theories about it. So,
I mean, eventually, Nico Tortola or whatever his name, Nico Tortilla is going to catch up with. What did we call him last week? Nico Tortilla? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know.
We should probably learn their names.
Felix, and Huckleberry Finn are going to catch up.
She's so bad.
Also, like, every time I say Felix, all I can think is, like, who names their kid Felix? Felix the cat? Like, Felix the cat and Huckleberry Finn are going to catch up with...
Happiness.
Nobody names their kids.
Oh no!
Felix. You name your cat Felix for sure. So Felix the cat and Huckleberry Finn are going to catch up with the kids in next episode or the episode after that.
It's the new Homeward Bound 2020 movie where oh my gosh,
Skidmark is going to come in
and be the third character.
The whole thing.
Dog, Fred, Dog, and Skidmark.
That's it. That's the new Homeward Bound. Shit. Motherfucker. That's what I want. That is what I want, Walking Dead. Just stop everything you're doing and give me a Homeward Bound with Fred, Dog, and Skidmark.
Skidmark, yeah. You're about to say Felix.
We just walked away from World Beyond now. Nobody cares about shit. Oh my God. Okay, I'm done. It's almost 9:30. What else do we got here? No. We don't need to talk about what we're going to do in the future.
Yeah,
we're busy for the next several months with this bullshit.
Bullshittery.
Recommendations though, real quick.
I don't really have any recommendations. I've been trying to watch a scary movie a day, but I'm a baby, so I've mostly been watching like more cerebral horror. I watched, there's the new genre of horror which is called Good for Her, which is like what I'm talking about, like The Witch and Midsummer. And I watched another one last night that was kind of a Good for Her. It's called The Other Lamb. It's on Hulu. Trigger warnings, though, for some not-so-savory things. It's about a bunch of women living as wives to a man who calls himself the Shepherd, and they have daughters, and you can kind of guess where it's going to go. And it's got Mikhail Huseman, the guy who played Dario. And
okay.
Yeah, he plays the main character, and
second Dario,
not it wasn't
what's his name? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's Grind. So it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was very much a Good for Her kind of thing. There were no like scary pop out or anything like that, but it was very empowering. So I suggest The Other Lamb.
I'm gonna suggest something that's just outright trash, and I don't even care. It's called Emily in Paris. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a new show or it's a movie? It's a show, right?
It's a show. Yeah. It's Darren Star, the guy who did Sex and the City, but it's not based on books. And it's like Darren Star did minor research into the lives of millennials and also went to a basic marketing conference and molded it all together and set it in Paris. It is such trash. It is such trash. Okay. But listen, it is about this girl who gets a job in Paris because her boss gets pregnant, and she goes to Paris and everything just falls into her lap, and she's just good at everything she does. And she's just marketing, Instagram, influencer, and it's millennial, and it's so bad. It's so bad. But listen, nothing, she's so positive, and everything falls into her lap, and it's just exactly what I needed on a fucking dreary ass rainy weekend here in South Carolina in the middle of a goddamn pandemic. Okay, it's dumb, it's bad. I don't expect anybody to actually think it is quality television or whatever you want to call Netflix, but it lifted my spirits. It really did. Although the fact that she just refuses, she moves to France not knowing any French, and then basically refuses to learn French. She's using an app to translate things. She goes to a class and then ditches her class because she becomes friends with a French girl, but then never actually continues practicing her French with her French friends. All of that is very bothersome, but listen, it's whatever. It's the guy that did Sex in the City. What the fuck can you expect? It is empty trash, but it's
mindless.
Paris is fun, so.
Paris.
That's like it's a terrible recommendation, I know, but I will not lie. You'll probably end up being like, well, I saw a lot of cute boys and some cute girls too, and this girl was just positive the whole time and upbeat for no good reason, and like marketing, Instagram, millennial, yay.
And also, you probably picked up some French. What was the Dexter episode where he was learning French?
Omelette du fromage.
Oh, I mean, like I took French in high school, so like literally the very little French that you hear in this show, I understood every single word they were saying just from taking French in high school. So, maybe I have a weirdly good long-term memory versus my short-term memory, but
but yeah, no recommendations from my side. Yeah, nothing. It happens.
No activities.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
the second episode of my book podcast is coming back, or book webcast is next Wednesday. So there's that.
Well, every Friday I still have my Bangtan Babes cast, which we had they had Map of the Soul 1. BTS had a concert, and they had 2 concerts, and I forced Tara to watch the rewatch of the one I watched. Anyway, it was great, and Tara totally enjoyed it. And
I actually did.
Yeah,
I really did.
I know. That's why I said you enjoyed it.
Like I said the other night, when we were like after we were done, I said, listen, I'm not going to become like some huge like. To be honest, I just don't have time. But I did really enjoy it. I really did. But also, like, I've been a K-pop fan for like years. Like, I just have never really like latched onto one band or another. So,
but yeah,
it was very enjoyable. So, that's all I got.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably come back like what, 2 weeks after 2 weeks?
Yes.
4 episodes.
Oh God, we're gonna have to. I'm sorry, but I can't do this every week. I just don't have time. But yeah, that's gonna be a lot to get through. So we're gonna have to clip.
Yeah.
We've done it before though. Like we've done hour and a half to 2 hour long webcasts for like 8 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead. So we can do it, y'all. We can do it.
We can do it. Yeah, we can do it.
We've got the power.
Mm-hmm. As you can tell, I'm really sorry. I got sucked into Nicholas Cantu's Twitter feed. He's the guy who plays Elton, and he is just, I don't know.
I don't want to know. My dogs are barking.
No, his whole Twitter is just weird. Anyway, at first I thought that he was like super shitty, but he's just weird. Story of my life. All right, activities and cons. Absolutely nothing. Farid, are you doing anything?
No, nothing.
All right.
No, none of us are doing anything.
Okay, so I'm Bekah along with Farid and Tara. We'll be back in 2 weeks to cry and scream and cringe. I'm Bekah along with Farid and Tara. Thank you for joining us while we bitch about stuff and things and go off on tirades with the Bitching Dead. Please follow the Bitching Dead and the Geeky Area on Twitter. Bitching Dead is also on Facebook as well. We do have some great new artwork that Farid did for us for coming back. Remember that we are a free webcast, one off of donations. I can do words from viewers like you. Thank you for contributing and helping our host site, the Geeky Area. Bye. Bye forever.